Hello, I'm Dave Lanning, just one of Britain's regular 5 million dart players. Yes, that's right, 5 million. And Whatneys have always recognised the appeal of Britain's most popular participation sport. That's why I'm bringing you this film record of one of the greatest events in world darts, the News of the World International Championships. Of 200,000 folk who started off on the championship trail 6 months earlier, only 12 survived to reach the finals at Alexandra Palace in April. This man, the London and home counties representative Peter Chapman, is one of them. The occasion was a bit big, you know, that sort of thing.
Hello, Peter. Hello, Chris. Hello.
Hello, Peter. Peter, how many games did you have to play actually to reach the final?
16.
16, that's through what, house?
That's for the house, sub-areas, aerial finals, and the home counties.
Now, and during those 16 games, was there ever a moment, a real narrow squeak, when you didn't think you were going to make it?
Quite a lot.
Anyone particularly? Did you really have a time where you had to get out with a ton or 145 or something ridiculous like that?
No. I don't remember which one it was. I know it's one or two had a very, very frightening moment.
Yeah.
So, very frightening moment.
So, but as far as the finals are concerned, you're in good nick for them. You're ready to play them.
I'm always ready to play a good game of darts.
So to finals day at Alexandra Palace, and the imposing building on top of the hill becomes the meeting point for dart players from all over the country. Through the doors will pass more than 10,000 fanatical supporters. They come by coach, by car, by bus to arrive in time to take up a good viewing position. Admission is free, you just have to pay for the beer, and they get through a fair bit of that before the day is through. Still they come, and who can doubt that everyone's a dart player? Many of these spectators took part in the early rounds, and they're here to see, well, what might have been. The coaches come from far and wide, from village pubs and large social clubs up and down the country. It's the day they've been looking forward to for months, and they're going to make sure they're going to enjoy themselves. Every finalist has his own supporters ready to raise the roof on his behalf. And with finalists from Sweden and the United States, there are overseas visitors as well. Inside, the 12 finalists parade on stage for the introduction. There's Tom Baverfelt from Sweden, Eddie Brown of Eastern Counties, Bill Bryson, winner of the North of England round, Peter Chapman, London and home counties, Joe Givnan from Lancashire and Cheshire, Paul Gosling, the Western Counties champion, Paul Jackson from Yorkshire, Al Lippman, the American Open champion, Robbie McDonald from Scotland, Jim McQuillan representing Eire, John Moores from Midland Counties, and finally Leighton Rees from Wales, taking up his position there on the end of the line. The first round consists of 4 matches and 4 byes. Bill Bryson from the North of England, Robbie McDonald from Scotland, John Moore, Midland Counties, and, rather surprisingly, Leighton Rees, the anti-post favourite from Wales, all go out, leaving 8 to go into the quarter-finals. We join the first quarter-final in the third and deciding game. Peter Chapman playing Eddie Brown, and it's Chapman at the board. Chapman now, again, needs a ton. The smoke drifting up from this massive crowd. You can see it quite clearly there.
100!
He's got a ton. So he wants 98 and 60, double 19 might be his shot, or alternatively he'd go for 3/16 ball. Which way will he go? He's got 20. 20 leaves him 78. 78. Can't make up his mind which way to go. 54 he wanted, he missed it. He's got 80, got 58 there, so it leaves him double top. And that's what he wanted after failing to get his treble. So 171 for Chapman, and Chapman now looking around for a magic wand. Oh, it's a good dart. Is it going to be good enough? Double top now for Brown to wrap this one up. The tension really happening here. That's just over the top of the 20s. And that's right next door in 2.5s. He wants 2.15s. Very bad luck. So Chapman comes in and fights again. 111 he needs. 57-18, double 18 would be a super shot out. He's gone for 51. And this man really is dynamite on his finishing. Does he want double top? I think he does.
91!
91, and he really does leave us quite breathless with his finishing power, this man. He's an unorthodox player. So Chapman now on 2 15s. So close. 15. So Chapman now, with everything to play for, he's got his chance. Brown missed his double, he wants 2 10s. Tremendous hush, very close to the wire.
Yeah!
That'll do! Tremendous stuff. That really was a super quarter-final. And it's Chapman from London and the home counties who goes forward after a really thrill-a-minute game with Eddie Brown. So Peter Chapman from London goes into the semi-finals and he's not having it, he's delighted. And I don't blame him, that really was a fight back from the death. Tremendous stuff. Now it's Tom Baverfelt from Sweden and Jim McQuillan of Era. They're even Steven after the first 2 games, so this is the one that counts. 26. So this indeed is Jim McQuillan getting on target. He's Era's first representative in this tournament. But then again, he is an Irishman.
140!
So 140 there for McQuillan, and that really could be a decisive score because that really puts him a long way in front. And Baffelt now with the pressure well and truly on.
60!
He replies with 6, but as you can say, McQuillan there, his scores over on the left-hand side. He's 157, treble 20, treble 19, double top will be his shot. Has he got a treble 20? He has. He's come down, he's missed the 19. He's got a 7. He goes back upstairs onto the 20, gets 87, and he really now has a lot of time to get a double shot out. And Baffelt, this young man from Stockholm, really must start playing well.
60.
He's steady, but not really spectacular enough.
70.
So 70 he wants. 70. Which way will he go? He's gone for the 10. He's got it. He wants 60. He now wants double chop, and that's a tremendous shot. That is a tremendous shot. He wanted 70. He got the 10. He got the single 20. He got the double top, and that means that Jim McQuillan from Ayr, 43-year-old brewery driver, goes into the semi-final in his first News of the World Finals. The third quarter-final, Joe Givnin from Lancashire and Cheshire at the board. He's won the first game, so Al Lippman from the States is fighting an uphill battle to get back into this one. Pretty to watch, and there's the crowd, and they're really saluting this starter streak. Lippman again is just next door. He hasn't really had any luck at all. He's got 2 treble 5s. That's really bad luck because Al Lippman has been so close to that treble 20. So 75 for Joe Given now to really ensure a place in the semi-finals. 75. Which way will he go? He's gone for 3 13s and missed it, and he has got 4, and he's got another 13. 35 scored. So that leaves him double top. Got himself out of trouble there. Al Lippman now looking around for something special. He really is a long way back, and that's unlucky against 60. So will Joe Given, the 42-year-old boutique manager from Liverpool, make his way to the semi-finals? Here he goes. He only needs a double top. That's it. He's just too low. 2 10s down at 4 o'clock on the board. Slicing it up. Working it all out. 2 10s, 1 dart left.
20.
Close. But he's missed his chance again, and Al Lippman again can come from the back. 121, treble 20, 25, 2 18s, or treble 20, 57, 2 2s, if you want to be really outrageous.
90.
What's that? That's treble 3. He's been very unlucky. He was looking for 57. Bad luck, Al. He can't believe his luck here. And the sympathy one feels in this enormous 12,000 crowd is really with this Yank. He really has played well here without any luck at all. That's 29 scored.
Yes.
So a 60 will be more than a bit useful. Instead of which he went
43,
across for 3 14s.
20 going.
Well, now, Joe Given, one feels, must get out, because I don't think the Yank will allow him off the hook if he misses this 2 10. So let's watch Joe Given here looking for 2 10s, and that's bang on the wire. It couldn't be closer. That's just inside. He now wants 2 5s. 2 5s right up next to the 20 on the left-hand side of the 20. He's missed it. So Al Lippman lives again on 68. Al Lippman, who has trailed throughout this game, now has a chance to get back on level terms, and that would be a surprise. That is a 16. 36 scored. He wanted
52 scores.
2 16s, and he missed them. Very close, and so Given again, and Joe Given must take this chance, I think. He wants 2 5s and he's very close. He must get it this time. I don't think Lippmann will let him off the hook again. Last dart. Yes, that'll do. So it's Joe Given who ends the hopes of Al Lippmann and goes through to the semi-finals. And on to the last of the quarterfinals, and now it's high-speed Paul Gosling from Truro, who has already won up on Paul Jackson from Leeds. Something of a lull. One feels that a big score from either man might really set this one alight. 60 scored, very steady, 60, 60, 60 all the way down the line, both players scoring very consistently. But this is Gosling, and that's 60, bang, right in the middle of it. Just underneath, he's masked the treble there, but he kept going, and his supporters here all the way up from Cornwall delighted about that. So now Jackson needs to come back with a ton. I don't think he's going to do it now somehow. He got out of trouble very well there with his third dart into treble 20s. So 178 for Gosling, and let's just watch him go in. That's 20 of them. That looks like 80 of them, it is. And he went over for the treble 18, missed it, but still a pretty good shot. So 144 for Jackson. And he really hasn't got a grip of his whirlwind opponent. 80 then for Paul Gosling from the Western Counties. He finished in tremendous style in the first leg. He went for 3 16s, missed it. He's got 30, one of the bull. He was unlucky there. I think that was a 25. You really have to gallop along to keep up. 102 now then for Jackson. He's got 60. And he was unlucky there because he needed 2 16s and missed it. So 25 going, that's 9. 2 8s, just missed it. 2 4s, unlucky just inside the wire. Wow. So 2 8s now for Jackson, and this really has been a super game of darts. Just inside, 2 4s, just outside. It really is a rat-a-tat. So Gosling needs 2 2s, and he decided that was time enough to stop mucking around. Gosling goes forward. So the lineup for the semi-finals: Peter Chapman and Jim McQuillan, Joe Given versus Paul Gosling. We joined the first semi-final. Peter Chapman from the Bird in Hand, Henley-on-Thames, playing Jim McQuillan from the Vine in Dundalk, County Louth in Eire. Chapman has won the first game, so McQuillan really has got lots to do to make this final. The Vine in Dundalk looking desperately around for that treble, couldn't find it. So now 119 for Peter Chapman. 119, 57, 32, 16s perhaps he'll go for. He went for the 57. He's missed it, has he? Yes, it's a 19. He's gone up for the treble 20. He's missed that. He's got a 5. He worked today, he went downstairs again, but missed the treble there. So this is let, again, McQuillan back in with chances. That's unlucky for a treble 20. That is a treble 20. 83 scored. So now Chapman needs 92, 62 16s to this shot. Treble 20, 2 16s. To get a place in the final, he's got a 1. Terrible disillusionment. The groan almost goes through you. That is double top he wants.
32.
Rather, he wanted a double top to leave himself a double. Anyway, there we go. Really, the excitement here is even getting to the commentator. So now Chapman needs 60. He needs 20 double top. That's a 20 double top now. Just over the top. Third dart, last one. Yes! Tremendous! After the confusion of his earlier throw, he made no mistake, and it's Peter Chapman from London and the home counties who goes into the 1974 News of the World Darts final round. And so the tension's still at boiling point as this pair, 2 very fine dart players. Paul Gosling has won the toss in this third and decisive leg in the second semi-final of the 1974 News of the World. Really, to all intents and purposes, the World Championship of Darts.
60.
And Paul Gosling there bidding for a place in the final, starts with 60. This is Joe Given from Lancashire and Cheshire. important to get started with a really big score, just to establish authority, to try and take command. He's got 45. That's not big enough for Joe Given. And here's Gosling. 20, 40, 60. So that's 120 and 6 starts for Paul Gosling. Perhaps the more settled player, who knows? Let's watch Joe Given here. That's just next door, that's in the treble 5.
55.
55, so it's Gosling from Cornwall, edging in front. 60, 80, 100. The West Country contingent give voice. Given, coming back, looking for a big score. He's got a 1, he won't like that. 41. Well, Joe Given's been steady but not spectacular, and he's beginning to slip behind.
22.
So only 22 there for Paul Gosling, and again, groans from the crowd at Ali Pali. Given now with an opportunity of getting his nose in front. Very steady, 40 so far.
60.
6-0. So he's still a good way back, as you can see. Gosling's score over there on the right. Remember, you subtract these scores. 60, they must finish on a double. It's 5:01, and this is Joe Given from the Ancient Britain Hotel, Everton, Liverpool, looking for that treble 20. Very steady player, measuring up. He's come downstairs. 46, but he still cannot hit those magic tons. So 199 for Gosling. That's 60. Comes downstairs, gets a 19, stays downstairs. 98 scored. So he wants 101, and Joe Given must really get a move on if he is going to make the final round.
60.
So 101, there's a lot of ways you can get this. 57, 12, double 16, 50, 51 bull. That sort of shot is not beyond. That's the 51. He wants the bull. No, he hasn't gone through. He wants 216. So that'll do. Tremendous stuff. What a finish. What a finish. Paul Gosling goes in the final, and that really was an atomic finish. He wanted 101. He got 51. Instead of going for the ball, he went for the 18 that left him 216s, and it was good night nurse. Paul Gosling in the final. So now, with the crowd absolutely boiling over, the last two survivors take the stage, and it's Paul Gosling, the fast-throwing Cornishman against Peter Chapman, that consistently high scorer from Henley on Thames. Let's see now how millions of viewers on ITV's World of Sport saw this great final. After 9 months of playing, something like 50 games, they started off with 125,000 players. These are the last two. On the right of your screen there, we have from the London area, Peter Chapman, and his opponent there, the taller man, the big brawny guy from Cornwall. That is Paul Gosling. Remember, it's 5:01, straight in, double out, and this is Paul Gosling from the Western Counties.
89.
And he starts off with 89. This is Peter Chapman from the Bird in Hand pub in Henley on Thames, and indeed one of the most cool and calculating players in the championship. Straight in with 62. Gosling then, the inevitable small cigar, the Edwardian mutton chop whiskers, and the beautiful dark style. 142 trebles and a single on the 20. Tremendous stuff. Chapman. Looks like 80. It's the end of the rainbow for every dart player in Britain and in the world, and it really is looking like being a tremendously sparkling final. Gosling, now Chapman. Chapman really hitting these trebles.
100.
Another ton, I didn't quite catch. 145. Wow. This is Gosling, and just see how quickly he throws. Bonk, bonk, bonk. 60. So now Gosling coming down very steadily. Chapman just measuring his time. getting settled down. That's a 1. That's 21.
41.
41. So now Gosling needs 152. 132 now. Remember, you must subtract. 60 scored. Chapman needs 163. There isn't really a shot out here until he gets the score. Now he needs 143. That's another 60. Is it? No, it's a single.
59.
So 92, treble 20, 2 16s is his classic shot. This is Gosling. He has a 5. Yes, it's a 5. Right on the wire. It's come downstairs. That's 3 17s, is it?
56.
56 scored it was. He needed 2 18s. He even left the scorers breathless there with his skill. So 104 going for Peter Chapman. That looks like 80.
56.
56 scored. So Gosling now with a chance.
Yeah!
Gosling has got it. 2 18s. No messing about. One leg in for the boy from the West Country. And his fans are going absolutely berserk. Paul Gosling, the whirlwind player from the West Country, wins the first leg of the News of the World final. But Chapman to come back now. He looks to be the coolest man in the hall, but he desperately badly needs his second leg to draw level. And straight in with a turn, and the noise absolutely deafening. There's nothing like this in British sport, I'm sure of it. This is Gosling.
80.
80 scored. So Chapman, in his first News of the World final, they must have nerves of steel, these men. They've got 12,000 rip-roaring, fierce, swelling, good-natured supporters from every public bowl. And they rise to that 140. Wow! Chapman battling with all his skill to get level with Gosling, who's throwing now and gets 60. So he has scored in his last 6 starts 240. That's a 20. That's another 20. Very close on the wire, though.
100.
Another time. Chapman responding to the challenge, and now Gosling is slipping further and further behind, and he will have to start getting some big scores to get back in contention.
100.
He gets a ton. We said it was tremendous, and these players are a case in point. And this is another 80 so far.
95.
125, is it? 95 rather. Well, that's the first time that Peter Chapman's missed a ton this leg. 60 score. Peter Chapman now wants 66, and he has come down on this one like a concrete parachute. 66 he wants. That is 18. So he wants 48, he wants double top. Right at the top of the board, what a finish, no.
26.
So close. But he's got a lot of time though. Paul Gosling still needs 2 ton, and he's coming down very quickly. He's got 100 of them. So now Peter Chapman, with his own destiny in his own hands, he's got to get this double top to draw level. That's just outside. That's just under 2 10s. 2 10s down there at 4 o'clock. He's missed it. He's missed it. He's let Gosling back in. Can Gosling get 101? He did it in the semi-final. He needs 57. He has missed it. Now he has got... Oh, that was tremendous starts. He scored 77. That left him 212, and he just missed it. So now we have Chapman back in with a chance. Chapman needing 2 10s. Right on the wire. Right on the wire again. He can't possibly get closer.
10.
He got inside. And now Gosling looking at the title. Gosling needing 2 5s to win the News of the World title. He's so close. 2 12s. And he missed that. He wanted 2 12s. I looked at the wrong one. My goodness, the excitement is overpowering everybody here. So now it's Chapman who wants 2 5s, and he's got it. Oh dear. Really, there is enough excitement and electricity at the Alexandra Palace to generate the power for a reasonable sized town, and everybody here is affected by this atmosphere. It really is supersonic. So it's leg and leg, and it's Gosling to throw. This one will decide it all. He's very nervous, he's even dropped a dart, he's got a 20. 95 he's off with. This is Peter Chapman trying to regain his cool, trying to find the trebles.
100.
He has, once again, a burst of thunder from the London fans. Gosling. 81 scored. The end of the trail for dart players in the News of the World tournament this year. The greatest tournament in the world of darts. And the greatest players. And Peter Chapman now has scored 2 tons. Paul Gosling has 85, 81 so far, and these. 45, so is it going to be Chapman establishing command? That's 20. That's 40. Oh, unlucky for his ton. But he got a 60. Did you see the way he tried to flight that one round the back way? Tremendous stuff. Gosling now, 3 20s. So
99.
close. So Gosling there with a big score, and really and truly this one's swinging about wildly. That's another 3 20s. That's next door in the 3 5s. Is it now? It's 140. Well, once again, absolute sheer dartistry. 100. What else can possibly happen? Chapman needs 101. 101 to finish. He has a 17. He has a 60. He needs 2 12s. Oh, so close. Well, no, really, this is it. This is Gosling. Gosling needs 91.
51.
51, he needs double top. And Chapman needs 2 12s. Is this the end? Let's watch it. 2 12s for Peter Chapman will win it, and that's very close indeed.
Yeah!
That will do. There it is. Alexander Palace erupts. We have a News of the World champion from London, and it's Peter Chapman. He is the pin-up boy of every public bar, of every club, and everything's going mad around our commentary position. We're being invaded by supporters. I really believe the Lightel's taking its toll. They've managed to keep the fans back. They're all around us here. There he is, Peter Chapman from the Burning Hand in Henley-on-Thames, the 1974 News of the World darts champion, and to all intents and purposes, the best in the world. So a very unlucky loser there. Paul Gosling really didn't put a shot wrong Harley, but he just couldn't make it in the final analysis. And it's Peter Chapman there from London and the home counties, who is the 1974. He just can't believe it. He's almost passed out with emotion there. Tremendous stuff.
It's Diana Dawes, accompanied by her husband, Alan Lake.
News of the World Championship final, and there we have
from
Peter Chapman, the winner.
London and
Diana
home
Dawes about to present him with his winning prize. There's Di. And there is Peter Chapman collecting that enormous trophy. And I'm quite sure they'll be filling that up with champagne at the Burning Hand, Henley-on-Thames, before the night is over. Diana Dawes there. She's the one on the right. I'm sure you didn't want to know that. That's Peter Chapman. There's her husband, Alan Lake, there with the cowboy hat, Diana's husband, an actor we've all seen on our screens before. Peter, you actually did it. Fantastic stuff. And you really found your form when it mattered in the final. What does it feel like now to be the News of the World champion?
Well, it's every man's ambition to win it, and I've done that now.
Anything else left for you now, then?
To be selected for the England team if I possibly can.
And what about the pressures out there? Because the atmosphere was fantastic.
Well, you hear them, you see them, and you don't hear them, you don't see them.
But you must have been aware that there were all those thousands behind you, you know, really making a noise.
You are aware of them.
And of course you also know now that as the News of the World champion, you're a marked man in every pub and club in the country, like the man who shot Liberty Valance. How are you going to measure up to these sort of pressures as well?
I'll just carry on as normal. If they beat me, they beat me, that's it.
And I mean, what about next year? Coming in again?
Certainly.
Well, I mean, only one man, the great Tommy Barrett, has won it 2 years on the trot. That must be an ambition as well. That would really go into darts history.
Yes, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Well, Peter, I'm sure you'll have a good go anyway, mate.
I certainly will, yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.